Hello everyone, welcome to the Sweet Source Canada YouTube channel. My name is Tristan, and today we're going to be changing out these side markers, and we're going to be changing out these cornering lights that are connected to the headlights. And the reason why, we're just going to put this car back to the North American spec, which has amber side markers and cornering lights, and it's a pretty simple affair, nothing really complicated. I'll walk you guys through it. And today we're working on our 1991 SAAB 900 SPG. This is a car that's currently running but not driving. There is some love it needs, and we're gonna get through the whole process of fixing this car up and getting it back on the road. But it is nice, it's got some really good potential, but it does need some love as well, so we're gonna be showing you guys that all on the channel anyways. So let's start with the turn signal, the side markers here. So these over here are pretty easy to replace. Now, as you can see, there's an orientation where they go. You can see the flat part, the more tapered wedge part goes towards the front of the car, I guess for airflow. And you can see the new one we have here, well, a good used SAAB one, and you can see it's got a little clip here. So this clip needs to be depressed, and then you could slide it out. So I'm going to show you guys that. So you just grab the light itself, put some forward pressure towards the front of the car, and it slides right out. And this connector here, you don't even have to undo it, just twist the light, and that comes out with these. Grab yourself your new one, twist the light on until it locks. And then you're gonna go ahead and make sure the seal is nice all around and it's properly set so it doesn't pinch. And then you can go ahead and press this in. It's a bit of a tight fit, but it'll go in there just like that. And you can see the seal is properly wrapped. You can even grab the seal itself and pry it a little bit with your fingers, just like that. And you can see that seal is in and that light is in. So the other side is identical. There's no real difference in installation. All right, so now it's time to change this light out here. And I have the old one here, just, the new used one that's gonna go in this car. So you have two 8mm nuts right here, and you got yourself a T25 that holds it in right here. So that's all you need to remove this light. And I'm gonna show you guys also the sockets. If you guys do wanna know where those sockets go, I'm gonna use obviously the ones in the car. These are gonna be removed. They just simply twist out like this and like this, and they could easily come out that way. So let's go ahead and remove this clear one here. So I'm gonna start this with removing the torque screw that lies here, that connects this to the headlight. So with a T25, this shouldn't be on too tight. Go ahead and undo that. This screw is supposed to have a washer, so make sure you don't lose that. So now it's time to remove those two 8mm nuts. I'm going in with a long socket and a little extension here for the top one. Bottom one, maybe just a long socket will do the trick. For the lower one, I'm actually going to try a short socket, and we'll see how that goes. So this is 8mm, and I'm going to use a short one. I'm going to maybe see if I have some more access like that. These nuts have integrated washers, so you don't have to worry about that. It's all one piece. And like that, our two 8mm nuts are removed. And now we should see this light easily slide out. Let's remove our sockets. And like that, this is done. A little seal just dropped on the floor. I'm gonna pick it up, but this light is out, and let's go ahead and reinstall the amber ones. So that seal we dropped goes right into here, like so. And I'm just gonna try to find the other connector here. Okay, strangely enough, even though this is a Canadian car, I can't find the socket that goes into here. Now, I don't know if it was tucked away somewhere else, but I can't even find all the wiring for that. So these lights, as we saw before, they just twist and install, as you can see, like this, and the other one too. So I'm trying to find the wire for the reverse light that goes here, but as you can see, I can't even find the wiring. So I'm gonna put in the socket for now, just so the hole is covered. But we're gonna have to figure this out on a later date to rewire this. I really hope the wire wasn't cut, but I'm gonna just put this for now, so you can have it there. So you can see here on the fender, the slots that these studs slide into right here. And then that's where the screw goes into, and that this is also your adjustment for the light as well here. And you could adjust the light with these here, gives you some freedom of motion, but we don't need to do any adjustments. It should fit in perfectly. So let's go ahead and slide it in like this. Make sure the light's lined up, and it is. And we'll start by threading in our 8mm nuts. So I like to go in by hand first, find the stud, and thread it in as much as you can by hand. The reason why I thread these as much as you can by hand is because you don't have much motion and space with the tool to go in there. So before we tighten those up, I'm going to go ahead and install our torque screw. Now this, just be very careful when you install it, because you are going downwards with it. line it up with the hole, and start tightening that. So I'm going to hold the light on the body of the car and just go ahead and I'm going to tighten the nuts first. So I'm going to go ahead and tighten the bottom one first since I already got the socket set up for that. So here we go at that bottom nut. There you go. As soon as you feel the nut bottom out, just give it a few turns to tighten it. Then our long socket with small extension, let's go in here and tighten the top one. Just like that. And that's tightened properly. And then we're going to do that torque screw. This one as well, not too tight. It's a little bit rusty. That's why you're hearing that noise. And that light now installed and looking very good. So let's continue with the other side off camera. Then I'm going to show you guys how the whole car looks. Alright everyone, so I just buttoned everything up. It's looking very good. I had to adjust this one a little bit. So you leave these nuts in and you just go ahead and loosen that a little bit. That Torx at T25 and you can wiggle it where you want it to be. Once you have it in the spot, you hold it in, tighten that bolt and you're good to go. The passenger side is actually a little bit trickier and I'm going to show you guys why right now. So here on the passenger side, you have actually a little bit less room. You have some AC hard lines right there, which do cause some issues. So I'm going to show you guys what I did. So over here, these slots are actually open-ended, so you can actually just tighten the nuts as much as you can while leaving enough of a groove for this to slide into the fender. That's what I did. And then from here, I was probably using the wrong tool, but for the lower nut down there, I could hardly fit my 1/4 inch. So a ratcheting wrench would probably be better. That's probably my fault for not packing that stuff to come here. But I did end up doing it anyways. You can just about squeeze a 1/4 inch ratchet in there with the short 8mm. A ratcheting wrench would have been better, even an 8mm key would have been better. And I actually removed that white connector for the reverse light. I actually removed that to give me a bit more room. Once that was done, I tightened this up and we're good to go. So there was nothing else too complicated with this side. There is a little bit less room, so just keep that in mind. And the same goes for here. The top nut, I did end up using the short socket as well to do the top one because there was just only enough room for that. So you actually have more room on the driver's side, but on this side you still have enough room to do the job properly. But a ratcheting wrench would have been absolutely perfect for this job. So I'm going to go ahead and close this hood and show you guys the final result. So just like that, we have the amber lights in. It's looking really good. I'm noticing they could use a bit more of an adjustment. I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera. But everyone, if this helped you out a ton, I'd appreciate a like and a subscribe. If you have anything else you want to say or add, any comments that might be useful to me or to anyone else or any ideas, please feel free to comment down below. And thank you so much for watching. Truly grateful for you guys to be spending your time watching my videos. And if you guys have anything else you want to say, comments down below. Feel free to reach out to me on Instagram or on Facebook. If you do need a set of these as well, you could let me know as well, because I do carry them for my store. So anyways guys, take care, have a great day, and goodbye.